I'm here with Devin Smyth. Devin, you have a huge fight coming up at KOP 52. Talk to me a little bit about who you're fighting.
I'm sure a lot of people know who I'm fighting, but I'm fighting a dude named Lee, the Lumberjack Searsma. Um, I really don't have really much to say about him. He's really, to be honest, nowhere close to my level of fighting. He's a mediocre wrestler at best, and he has absolutely no stand up at all. So I've said this before. I predict a 4 minute stoppage in the first round, or less than 4 minutes. But we'll see.
Now, I watched a video on the KOP page, and it seemed like you two don't really like each other too much. Talk to me a little bit about that backstory.
See, this is what happened. So I was supposed to fight him on Michigan Mixed Martial Arts card in Jackson in October, and I show up. I cut my weight. I show up to weigh-ins, and Lumberjack, or as I like to call him, Slumberjack, is nowhere to be found. He doesn't show up to weigh-ins. He want to text the promoter talking about, oh, I can't get past 182 point whatever. I'm in the hospital. Man, shut up, man. You just don't want to fight me. It's whatever. So I told him, and everybody that backs out of me, I make sure that it's known that he backed out. So I went on Facebook, and I pretty much I roasted his ass. I told him what was up. I told him that, you know, you really just didn't want to fight. You didn't have to lie and say that you was in the hospital. This, that. And he didn't really like that so much. So coming up to my last fight at KLP 51, he wanna get in my personal messages on Facebook and start talking all that, that beef, that stupid stuff. And I told him whatever, man. I told him after this fight he can get it. He can get it whenever he wants. He's not even close. Like I said, he's not close to my caliber of fighting. You know, he he fought also on the KLP 51 card, and he fought Eric Lozano, and Eric Lozano had him in an armbar, and he tapped out, but the ref didn't see it, so Lozano let go of the armbar, and then he proceeded to get his back and choke him out from there. You know, and my thing is, if he let me get him in the submission, I'm gonna make sure I break the damn thing. Because it's not gonna be no fluke. I tapped out. I'm gonna let go. The ref's gonna have to pull me off, even if it goes to a submission, even if it goes to the ground. Because I know for a fact he's not gonna take me down. No way, not a chance.
Now, I saw on your Facebook, your profile video, it's you like kicking the crap out of somebody. You're obviously a very well-rounded fighter. What is the best aspect of your game, in your opinion?
The pride part of me would like to say my stand up, but my head got to go ahead and say my wrestling. I showed very dominant wrestling throughout. My amateur. I went 15 as an amateur, and it wasn't a fight where I didn't land a takedown or two or three. My takedown percentage is very high. If I go for a takedown, usually I'm gonna succeed. So I would have to say my wrestling, which is just another reason to the fact that he think he gonna take me down, and he doesn't have a chance.